Good evening. Just a wrap up of the work session and the council meeting for the City of Grand Rapids for January 11, 2016. The work session was important this afternoon because it gave us a legislative update with Representative Tom Anzelks and State Senator Tom Saxog on what our priorities are that we would like them to work on, and certainly what the priorities are from some of the other communities that they represent across northern Minnesota and the county of Itasca as well. So that was a great update looking at how and what we'll be focused on at the legislature down there this year, and hopefully we can have some success, whether it's LGA, whether it's fiscal disparities, whether it's some transportation issues. Those are all important to us, and we hope to have some progress and in the process going forward into this year. At the beginning of the meeting tonight, as we always do at the beginning of every year, we have an organizational meeting. So the Herald Review is designated as the official paper. We elected, or I nominated Bill Ziggy to be the Mayor Pro Tem. Should I not be able to make a meeting, Bill Ziggy will be officiating over those meetings. Then we appointed council members to different boards and commissions and representatives to other organizations. They don't just work for the City Council. Every council member is a member of a minimum of 4 other boards and commissions or organizations that they represent Grand Rapids on. So along with the council meetings that you see, Matt, here, they're out there representing all of you with other organizations in the area. On our consent agenda, just a couple of ones that I'd like to touch on. We adopted a resolution accepting the feasibility report for 5th Street and 8th Avenue Northeast, the street improvements coming up. We accepted or considered a resolution accepting donations for a dog park out in Veterans Park. There's going to be about a 6-acre park out there. It'll be fenced in. We've had donations to cover the expense and the cost of that, so I think that's going to be great if you've got dogs and you want to get out there and let them get acquainted with other dogs and just give them a place to run. We now have that within the city of Grand Rapids. We also adopted a resolution supporting increases in our state funding for local government aid. That's what we get back from the state that helps offset what your property taxes are, and hopefully that will be successful down at the Capitol in the legislative session starting March 8th as well. We adopted an ordinance repealing Chapter 6 of the alcoholic beverages of the Grand Rapids City Code. What it was is this went back to when Grand Rapids had liquor stores and how we operated when we had our own liquor stores. We no longer have liquor stores. Our liquor stores in Grand Rapids, but they're all independent and run as for-profit businesses as they should, and the city is out of that business now. So with that, some of the ordinances that were in place, we looked at that and says, you know, this doesn't make sense for this to be part of our ordinance package. Why aren't we just abiding by state statutes? And that's what we moved to, was to go by state statute. We also have established a public hearing date of to look at easements on blocks 20 and 21 in the plat of Grand Rapids. We approved Tauja's Red Path Company to engage in assistance in implementing our GASB, Government Accountability Standards, practices for 2016 as well. As I look forward, getting over to the regular agenda, we authorized the purchase of the 2 new Zambonis. We approved a contract with Ross Associates for golf course maintenance. We did, and I want to make sure that I do touch on this one. We adopted that takes effect in January 1st, so 1 year from now, pay increases for the mayor and council members. 10 years ago, or in 2009, after a lot of years of no increases, we went through a large discussion and a huge kind of debate back and forth what salary should be for the mayor and council members at that point in time, along with insurance. Council members had health insurance, and we did away with health insurance and we gave council members a pay increase. But to avoid having long stretches going forward, we voted tonight to have raises so that when newly elected officials come in next year at this time and are being sworn in, people have an opportunity to understand that this council voted that that council coming in would come in under a new pay structure that had not been looked at since 2009. We appointed John Peterson to the position of building inspector. We moved Andy Morgan up to the position of a sergeant. Nathan Moreland went as a safety officer at the fire department. Kevin Ott came in and was moved into a police investigator position. And we approved and we adopted the city employees as paid on-call firefighters policy. So employees at the fire department, if they're also employed with the city, how that would work. With that, we paid the bills, and we look forward to seeing everyone in 2 weeks on the 25th. Take care and enjoy what has been a mild winter so far, although you wouldn't get a lot of feedback on that as being mild this morning when it was over 20 below. But once again, take care, and we look forward to see you in 2 weeks.